Hey everybody, good evening. Welcome to another edition of Rob's Little Blue Book. And tonight we are going to be doing, I was going to do fish and chips, which I really like, but I realized also that I was reminded of a sandwich that I had when I was down east a million years ago in Maine, which is a crispy fish sandwich. And I think fish sandwiches get a bad rap, mainly because of the McFish. It's not really a thing people make or eat that I know of around here, but it can be really good. It is going to be really good. We're going to do that tonight. And then the other thing going to do tonight is, I know I said we're going to ditch the cocktail, but unless I was inspired. And I had sort of two inspirations this week. So I was originally going to do a Cuba Libre, yeah, rum and Coke, basically, because I wanted to do a taste test between a rum and Coke. Nobody ever asked for rum and Pepsi. It's always rum and Coke, and Coke is kind of one of those iconic flavors. It's like like Hellmann's mayonnaise, French's mustard, Heinz ketchup. These are iconic brands with their own flavor. However, recently I did try some sort of artisanal colas, and I was wondering if it would make the rum and Coke better with one of those, in the same way that we tried the fancier tonic water for the gin and tonic, which actually made a huge difference. So I was wondering if it would be better with a fancy Coke. However, and I know I complain about Loblaws a lot, but I thought this time they would pull through, because if there's one place you can go to buy overpriced crap, it's Loblaws, right? And if anybody's going to have like a fancy artisanal cola, it was going to be them, right? And they didn't. So like they had one job and they didn't do it. So I don't have it for this week, and I was going to skip the cocktail entirely, and then I realized, I was thinking about rum, that we've done an old fashioned before, and an old fashioned has evolved over the years to be a whiskey or a bourbon drink. But the original technique of an old fashioned can be made with any spirit. It might be weird to do it with gin or something, but any of the darker spirits, it'll work fine. So I thought, you know what, we're gonna do a rum old fashioned tonight, and drink a toast to the stock Loblaws. Okay, so let me just switch over here, and this is a really simple drink. So I've got like and you want to use a decent rum for this. This is an El Dorado 12-year-old aged rum, which I quite like. I mean, this isn't the place for like Bacardi. And you guys all know old fashioned is a good slug of spirits, in this case 2 ounces. Simple serve to taste, and I like about that much. A couple of dashes of bitters. I'm going to use orange bitters in this one. If you just have like the traditional Angostura bitters kicking around, they're perfectly acceptable. But this is old fashioned is a good place to play around with your different bitters choices. Become really popular for different distilleries to offer a bunch of different kinds of bitters. I have a bunch now from Dillon's, which I quite like. Let me just give this a stir to chill it down, dilute it slightly, take some of the edge off the cocktail. We'll see how it goes. Oh, we're doing fries tonight too. Did I mention that? Because I was gonna do fish and chips, and I like chips, fries, so I'll leave that on the menu. You can drink this neat. You can serve it over cubes or just one big giant cube like I have here, which I quite like for an old fashioned. These things, people's able to drink ice will dilute the drink over time, but if you're waiting that long to drink your cocktails or finish them, you should probably pick it up a bit. Okay, so here we go. Cheers, guys. Yeah, and that's delicious. I mean, you normally wouldn't think about sitting down and just having a glass of straight rum, really. Or at least most people don't. But that's just a fantastic cocktail. It's really good. So that's a winner. Finally. And next week, if I can find the elusive artisanal cola, we will switch back to that. So, order of operations tonight. We're going to do the batter first. Let me pop back to the thing here. we're going to do the batter first because your batter should go in the fridge for 15 or 20 minutes. It helps it set, helps it stick to the fish, and it just makes it easier to work with. So let's get the batter done first, and then we'll go on from there. And then we're going to do our fries. They have to be fried twice. And then we are going to do the fish. Oh, I'm going to show you guys homemade tartar sauce too, which is really easy, but still much better than what you get in the jar. So for our batter, I have half a cup of flour here. Yeah, I know the fridge is unplugged. I unplugged the fridge because it's really, really loud. And last week, after stream, I forgot to turn it back on, but it turned out okay. Okay, so here we go, guys. That's half a cup of flour. We have half a cup of cornstarch. A pretty traditional batter here. I've got, okay, so this will make your batter, this is probably a teaspoon-ish of baking powder, and that will aerate your batter and make it kind of like that flaky, hopefully the flaky, crispy thing that we're all looking for. A little bit of salt and pepper won't hurt. And I have, so this is going to make a lot. You always have to overmake batter because otherwise you just don't have enough. This is kind of a half recipe. So it's just the two of us. That's 3/4 of a cup of beer. Let me just give it a stir here. And that is kind of it. And that's pretty much the consistency I want to see. You'll see when it comes out of the fridge that it's a little, it'll set up a bit, but I think that's exactly where we want to be. So, oh yeah, the fridge that's unplugged. That's why Serena mentioned it. Well, it'll still get cold, so probably shouldn't be opening the door if it's not open. Okay, let's talk fries, and I'm gonna leave it green like this. So for fries, you can use whatever potatoes you like, and I encourage you to sort of experiment. I have a mandolin, which I normally use for fries if I want them. It'll cut like McDonald's size fries, but I feel like for fish and chips you want like a beefier fry, so I'm just going to hand cut them tonight, which is really easy to do. And just pick your thickness. I'm going for kind of a chunky fry here. These, by the way, are russets, which I got from Farm Boy. I don't know if you guys can see, like, it's a decently chunky fry. But it just seems like that's right for fish and chips, right? I don't want, like, little treats. And I'm not going to make a ton of them because they're actually quite filling. And the sandwich is pretty rich, too. These came from Farm Boy. They're russets. They're pre-washed and everything else, which is, I mean, kind of nice. You don't really need to peel them. I mean, not that I would peel potatoes for fries anyway, but I don't have to wash them. That's one thing I don't have to do. And there you go. So we're going to put these down in the deep fryer. So fries always need to be fried twice. That's how you get the nice creamy interior and the crispy exterior. And I'm going to throw them in right now for about 3 minutes. And we'll talk about the rest of the ingredients if the fryer isn't too loud. Let's also see if this is going to boil over. This fryer has that tendency to overboil, so bear with me here. Yeah, I think we're good. Sorry, I meant not boil over. Hey Nick, how's it going? I don't think deep fries boil over. They kind of spill over. It's very scary when it happens, especially in a restaurant. Always be, and if you do have a deep fryer, guys, and I highly recommend the one I have, which actually you can't see tonight. It's the Fry Daddy Grand Pappy, and it's fantastic. It's I guess plug and play. There's no settings on it. It's literally an electric pot that holds oil, but the oil comes back to temperature extremely quickly, and it's just perfect for making fries. Yeah, tomorrow's my last day this week, and I gotta say, I'm thrilled about that. Okay, so let's talk about some of the rest of the ingredients we got going on here. We're gonna do a sandwich. So I've got, of course, the star of the show is the fish. This is halibut. You could use cod. You could use haddock. Any firm white fish. Don't use tilapia. Like, splurge a little and get like a. You could use sole here too, maybe. But this is the feature ingredient, so be nice to yourself. We're gonna make the tartar sauce. We're gonna do that next. Yeah, let's do the tartar sauce. Okay. So tartar sauce, and again, I'm gonna make enough for 2. I don't need to keep this stuff around because we don't need that much fish. So you want like a slug of mayo, fish. No, nothing's wrong with tilapia. It's just the fillets of tilapia are really thin and they're just not suited for this dish. Tilapia is great for, I'm sure it's good for something. I'm sure I can't think of a time when I would choose tilapia over another fish. No, but I'm sure if you like tilapia, like, go for it. Okay, other ingredients in our tartar sauce is, I got little shallots here. Mince them up to taste. I have some chopped. Yeah, there you go. I got some chopped capers. I got a little bit of sweet relish here. I'm kind of winging this tonight, but I kind of feel like these are sort of more or less traditional ingredients for tartar sauce. A little Worcestershire is always a good idea. And we'll round it out with a little bit of vinegar here. Maybe, what do you guys think? Maybe a teaspoon-ish. Maybe a little bit less. I don't want it too sour. That seems about right. And then we will just whip this guy up. And then, yeah, that looks... Okay, it's going to need salt and pepper. And always we're going to, like, taste this. Really good. But it does need a little bit of salt. Not too much. And always like a little bit of pepper here because really digging this pepper I got. So there you go. Tartar sauce. Any questions on tartar sauce? Hey, Janice. There is no relation. I actually don't know that much about cream of tartar. Somebody's gonna have to Google that. Honestly, I don't know that much about cream of tartar. The Tartar were a people. I bet Tartars were people who ate a lot of fish, maybe even fish sandwiches. And this is their preferred sauce, handed down over generations from Tartar to Tartarite. Tartarite? Anyway, little Tartar. So there you go. Somebody's gonna have to look that up. Okay. And while we've been doing that, the fries are now done. Let me get them out. Just throw them on some paper towel here. Show you guys what they look like. So already they have a pretty good color on them, but these aren't done. We're going to throw them back for the final fry at the last second. Yeah, I don't. There's no tartar sauce in. There's no cream of tartar in tartar sauce. I know that for a fact. Anyway, any questions on the first frying of the fries? These actually look really good, but they look done. They're not done. These will be like crunchy in the middle, but that's the color you kind of want to see. Maybe even a little blonder after the first fry. But I feel like these are pretty good. Okay, so this is actually going a little bit faster than I thought, and I wanted the batter to cool down a little bit. So somebody feed me a question or something. I'm talking very fast. Yeah, I'm kind of a little pumped tonight because it's headed towards the weekend. I'll try and slow down. I can slow down. There we go. I'm gonna channel my John Hamm from Mad Men. It's always I don't know if you guys have seen the Kodak pitch on. It's in the first season of Mad Men, and his pacing in that little monologue is brilliant. So slow it down. Okay, I am probably going to jump into the batter in a second, but I do need the fries to cool down. Let's go over the rest of the ingredients for this sandwich. Not too many. In fact, there's really just one. We're going to top it with a little bit of lettuce for some crunch, because that's always nice. And a little squirt of lemon. So there you go. Let's trim our fish. That's the other thing I keep meaning to show you guys. And we're going to do it soon. So while I was thinking about this too, we can talk a little bit about next week. Because the other thing I had when I was down east was a lobster roll sandwich, like a Maine lobster roll, which is absolutely fantastic. And one of the reasons I don't make them here is because a lobster roll really needs to be in those split. You know, the top sliced buns that you normally just can't get, but it turns out that Farm Boy Now, I was in there today, they sell a hot dog bun that's top sliced. So I really want to do lobster rolls, and I might even do that next week. It's getting to be summer, and these are like really fun, refreshing things to eat in the summer. So, and I was starting to say I wanted to show you guys how to do fish, like fillet a fish. Except it just seems like every time I want to do that, we end up with a. What have I done here? There we go. We end up with choosing a fish that's normally really, really huge, and as much as I want to show you how to take apart an entire cod, they are super huge fish, and we don't eat that much cod. So maybe I'll pick up a whole rainbow trout or something, and we'll do sole meuniere, rainbow trout meuniere. In the meantime, let's deal with the guys we got. So. These I got my two fillets here, and I kind of want to take like a sandwich size, a burger size portion, I guess, out of this one. So I'm gonna just cut it there. I'll make these into something else later. I think that's gonna make a nice little sandwich. So I got one piece there, and this guy's kind of awkwardly shaped. Definitely taking this off. I guess it'll be okay. So there we got our two pieces. You can go over there. So any questions on this part? Fair enough, it wasn't that complicated. Let's check on the batter. Give me 1 second. Okay, the batter actually looks pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Wow, we are definitely not going over time tonight, guys. This is going to be pretty quick. Oh, I do want to toast the buns, so let me get the broiler on. So I'm using here, I would have preferred, this is a nice brioche bun. I would have preferred not having sesame seeds on them. But there's nothing wrong with sesame seeds. Everybody likes them. I just find for this sandwich, you don't really need them. However, we'll deal with that in a sec. I'm going to check my oil temperature. Again, everybody should have one of these guys. This is my very ancient now and taped together Thermapen, but I've had this for years and years and years, and it still works great. And this is the right temperature. So these pieces are going to cook pretty quick. I have a feeling they're going to cook in about 4 or 5 minutes. Again, you probably want to drop these guys in with tongs into the hot oil. You can also do this, of course, in a shallow pan as well, right? Like you don't have a deep fryer, and you can see how much batter I have left. It's kind of a waste. Probably could have done a lot less. I'll probably fry up the other fish later. You can definitely do this in a deep frying pan and just flip them halfway through. It depends on how thick your cutlets or fillets are, rather. I'm gonna check those in 4 minutes. I figure tonight. And even just sort of just looking into the deep fryer here, I can see that I've got really, really nice. Just separating them here. I've already got really, really nice, airy, crispy batter. You'll see it almost looks like tempura. I wish I could show you, but there's no way to bring the deep fryer over here. So we have a couple of minutes. And of course, there's no difference between this batter and a batter for fish and chips. You would do fish and chips exactly the same way. I just kind of felt like a fish sandwich. And another thing I want to do, you guys can tell me if you guys want to see this, is the Nashville hot chicken sandwich. So I can do fajitas. That's a great idea. Srinath, maybe can you write some of these down? Because I'm talking about a whole bunch of stream ideas. I can definitely do fajitas. Sneaks is legendary. We used to go there every Tuesday night for the half-price fajitas. So I'm happy to do that. Fajitas are awesome. I also want to do the Nashville hot chicken sandwich because I had the Popeyes version of it and it wasn't bad. I can see a lot of potential in it if it was done better, I guess. So I would like to do that as well because that I think the components of that sandwich are really, really great. I like the flavor profile. I think doing it at home would be better and using fresher, higher quality ingredients. So that's also on my list. Yeah, I get to use the deep fryer again, right? So it's kind of a win. Now, I know I did Nashville chicken, but I don't think we did the sandwich with the pickles and the sauce and everything, did we? I remember the Nashville chicken being smoking hot. I mean, Popeyes is solid. I mean, there's definitely everything KFC isn't. But I feel like we could do better. Oh, I didn't even think of steak tartare. Okay. So visit different routes for tartar and tartar sauce. Okay. Awesome. So Denise, was it like the tartar, the people, the tartars? I guess we'll find out in a sec. I'm toasting my buns, and yeah, we're moving quick, guys. Fajitas, hot chicken, lobster roll. Thank you, Janice, for looking that up. I'm gonna the tartars for the horse people, right? I think. Aren't they living a nomadic horse culture? Donair. I've never made donair. Okay, this chicken sounds fish sounds almost ready. Okay, guys. Let's see where we get to. I'm going to put one of these together. I'm going to put both together at the same time, actually. I'll deliver one to Serena, and we will do our taste test in a second. So we got our butts. Tartar sauce on the bottom. I can just hear that fish being almost overcooked behind me. We're ready to go. And it looks absolutely fantastic. I was worried that one piece was going to be maybe a little small, but it does not appear so. Look at that, guys. Hope you guys can see. And you can see, I'll show you like the little bits of extra breading. They're perfectly crispy and light and airy. This is like tempura. Really happy with the way this is turning out. Okay, and then we just have a little bit of lettuce over top. I'm gonna go with like 2 pieces per. I'm gonna throw the fries in while we do our little taste test here. And I'm gonna deliver this one to Serena's. All right, I will leave you with this vision of this sandwich that we're going to taste in just a second. I'll be right back. And as advertised, I am back. So let me drop the fries in. This sandwich is, first of all, ripping hot. I can feel the heat coming off it. So let's give that a sec to cool. Let me get the fries down because I want to try those out. And we'll have a proper meal. So this obviously is something, this is going quick, this is something you can throw together in almost no time at all. You can prepare the batter in advance. You can keep this batter in the fridge for as long as you want. Well, you know, like same day. You could make it earlier in the day and just whip it out when you're ready. Okay. You guys ready for this? I am ready for this. Everybody get a good look at sandwich. I almost want to cut it in half and show you guys the cross section. Let's do that. I got a good feeling about this guy. So let's do a cross section here. I normally wouldn't do this. The fish is like just, see, fell apart. Perfectly cooked right all the way through. Wow, it's hot. Give it a taste. Oh, hot. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. It was really hot. And I completely inhaled it. Wow. No, I'm here. Hey, Penny. Sorry, guys. That was much hotter than I thought. And I just went down the wrong pipe. I apologize for that. Wow. It is delicious. I'm going to wait another minute or two for this to cool down a bit. And let my throat recover. Wow. Okay, so there's something new on stream. I've never had to like there's sound feedback. It's probably just the deep fryer. Hopefully everything is okay. Give me a sec. I really want to try this. It's really good. Okay. Much better. Yeah. It's because the deep fryer's in the background. It's the shotgun mic that I have. I might actually switch back to the other mic. The shotgun mic is great, but it picks up too much ambient sound. And I put a noise gate on it, but it just doesn't seem to be doing a trick. So the fries are almost done. Let me get the fries out. We'll see if that helps the sound a bit. Fries are done. So when your fries are done, guys, I'm just going to toss them up in this bowl here. Okay, so deep fryer's off. So guys, when your fries are done, I just put them in a bowl, toss them with a little salt, maybe a little more salt, and there you go, you're good to go. I'm gonna pop these in a bowl, and I'll save a few for me, and I'm gonna take Surya some fries tonight as well. So let me just, also hot. Save these ones for us out here, and I'll be right back. Okay, also back. How's the sound? The deep fryer is now off. So I hope it's better. I'm gonna have to figure out a different way to mic myself for this. I upgraded the camera again. It's a new camera and a new lens, and it's quite a bit further back. So I have a shotgun. You guys can't see, but I have a shotgun mic that's like way back in the room now, and I just think it's far away. So I'm gonna wait on the fries till my mouth heals. But any questions? So this is kind of it, guys. Like this was quick. If you don't have a deep fryer, I highly recommend investing in one. This Grandpappy I got it on Amazon. Hot too, but not too hot. It was about $80. And I'll tell you, I've had more than a few deep fryers over the years. And I usually get them at Canadian Tire, and I usually make the mistake of buying whatever is cheapest or half price or whatever. With the baskets, and they have Tefal makes one with a self-cleaning filter, which doesn't do shit. And honestly, just this you guys can't see it, but this deep fryer, you've seen it before. It's just a metal pot that heats up oil, and it's all it needs to do. It's a dedicated appliance, but I've made some amazing food in it, so I highly recommend it. And the sandwich is really good. I'm really happy with this. I didn't actually remember to squirt lemon on it, but actually it doesn't really need it. Okay, well, wow. This might be the fastest stream ever. And we even covered what we're going to talk about next week. Any questions on the overall process? Maybe this was too easy. No, we got to do easy ones once in a while, right? Like, it's okay to have an easy night, right? This was simple. And so here's the thing, guys. I threw this together on stream, doing everything from scratch, and it's only 35 minutes in, and I made a cocktail. So this is something you can do any night of the week. If you haven't had fish in a while, this is a great way to do it. It tastes amazing. You could also do like fish and chip, just straight up fish and chips like this. You don't even have to put it in a bun. Yeah, really good. And it's a good technique. You don't have to it won't, Paul, but I'll tell you what, when I come out, which we'll talk about because it's probably going to be soon, maybe I'll bring the deep fryer. We can do the sandwich. I'll make you guys fried chicken. We'll have lots of french fries. Kids would like it. I think it's a good idea. So, in any case, I actually don't have a whole lot else for you guys tonight. We talked about next week. got our food. I burned myself. Had to cut the camera for the first time ever. Like, if you think back on all the streams we've ever done, like the only time I've ever really wanted to cut the camera was doing the hand-pulled noodles because that was such a disaster. But thanks for bearing with me, and I'm gonna hang around for like just a couple more minutes and do questions. If anybody has a question or answers, rather you guys do the questions, I do the answers. But other than that, this is kind of it. I am leaning towards lobster rolls for next week. I haven't forgotten about arancini, and I do want to do it for you guys, but arancini's involved. You have to make a risotto beforehand. You have to make a ragu for the filling, like a bolognese filling, and it looks wonderful. I'm just not totally convinced it's suitable for stream. So I'm still kicking that around, but other than that, it's hump day. Everybody have an amazing week, and I'll see you next week for lobster rolls. Have a good night, everybody.